What if every click, every search, and every online move you make is quietly tracked, not by people, but by algorithms that know your routines, preferences, and secrets better than your closest friends or family or even yourself? Hello everyone, my name is Ali and today I'll be talking about privacy. Before we dive into the topic, let me briefly introduce myself. I have several years of experience in the field of cybersecurity, working across both academia and industry. Over this time, I've seen how rapidly the digital landscape has evolved and with it, how important privacy has become. In today's world, privacy isn't just a technical issue, it's a fundamental concern for individuals, organizations, and society as a whole. With that in mind, let's take a deeper look at what privacy means, why it matters, and how we can protect it. This video focuses on privacy, but why does privacy matter? Why is privacy becoming more and more critical every day? The world is becoming increasingly digitized. Each day there is a new service, tool, gadget, or feature being introduced, all connected and digital. In the past, the internet was primarily used to host static content. It then became more complex with the advent of web applications, allowing us to perform everyday tasks online. Later, the Internet of Things or IoT emerged, connecting devices to the internet such as smart cameras, smart doorbells, smart locks, and even cars. And now, we are facing the rise of AI and the vast amount of data users share with these systems. Let's take a look at some examples of privacy concerns. 23andMe hack, data genetic data selling. In October 2023, 23andMe, one of the world's largest direct-to-consumer DNA testing companies, suffered a major data breach. Hackers gained access to the genetic and personal information of approximately 6.9 million users by exploiting a vulnerability related to password user reuse from previous breaches. Once inside, they scraped highly sensitive data, including names, birth years and locations, genetic ancestries, DNA matches, and health-related information. However, the real concern wasn't just personal information, it was biological identity. Why is this a big deal? You can't change your DNA. If your credit card is stolen, you can cancel it. But if your DNA is stolen, it's out there forever. It impacts families, not just individuals. One person sharing their DNA on 23andMe could expose hundreds of biological relatives to privacy breaches, many of whom never consented. It was sold on dark web forums. Hackers advertised access to generic profiles of specific ethnicities, raising serious concerns about targeting, surveillances, or even state-sponsored misuses. In October 2022, Medibank, one of Australia's largest health insurers, suffered a significant cyber attack. Hackers gained access to sensitive personal and medical information of approximately 3.9 million customers, including names, addresses, dates of birth, Medicare numbers, and medical claims data. The attackers demanded a ransom, which Medibank refused to pay. As a result, the stolen data was released on the dark web, raising serious concerns about the privacy of individuals' health information. Okay, let's now take a step back and talk about data. Today, the world is significantly digitized and there is an immense amount of information about every single person. From your personal identifiable information like your name, address, email, or phone number to your browsing history, likes and dislikes, the apps you use, your shopping intentions, or even your home camera feed. There is a vast amount of data available in digital form. This data may be stored in one place or scattered across different service providers. For example, Amazon might have your shopping preferences, Google know what you're searching for and what you like, Instagram tracks where you go, who you're with and when, and your smart systems know when you came home. But you might ask, so what can go wrong if this information is compromised or ends up in the wrong hands? Identity theft. For personal identified information such as your government issues documents or even just your name, date of birth, and other personal details, a malicious actor could steal your identity. This could lead to credit cards being issued in your name, loans taken out, and many other risks associated with identity fraud. It may even lead to safety concerns for you or your family. Are you posting pictures of your kids going to school? Malicious users could use this information to identify where they go to school, when they go, and many other details. This information could even help a malicious actor launch a sophisticated phishing scam. Since they know so much about you, they can specially target you to steal your money, credentials, or even threaten your family. Targeted ads and news. By knowing what you search for, what you like or dislike, who you follow, and your social media habits, you can be targeted with ads. Have you ever noticed that if you search for something like pen, you start seeing ads for pens? Even worse, you may be targeted with specific versions of news designed to change or influence your political views. These are just a few examples of what can go wrong when your data falls into the wrong hands. How your data is collected. Let's take a look at some examples of sources that collect your data. I will discuss and categorize them based on how the data enters the digital world. Directly entering data. In this case, you manually input the data in digital form. For example, when you fill out a form online, post a picture on social media, react to a post, search for something in your browser, and so on. Indirectly entering data. In this case, data is digitized or collected indirectly, such as tracking your browsing habits or monitoring what you like or dislike. This process essentially leads to the creation of a virtual profile about the user, your digital twin. In other words, it's you, but in the digital world. Think about what Google knows about you or what ChatGPT knows about you. You can even check the data they have about you in their website. A device is sensing. In this case, a device senses the environment and essentially transforms the physical world into a digital one. Examples of such devices include CCTV cameras, smart vehicles, GPS data, which tracks your location, smart doorbells, smart fridge, and even smart wearables like your smartwatch. Here, information about the user is entered into the digital world using a device or a sensor. There are some people on the web whose goal is to collect your data and sell it, with or without your consent, and often without transparency. These are data brokers. What do? They use various sources such as online websites, website analytics, mobile apps, online servers, and more to gather information about users. Then they analyze and process this data to build a profile on the user, which could reveal more details about you, such as your habits, personality traits, and more. This information is then sold to other entities like advertising companies. Okay, so we've discussed where the data comes from and the risks it can create. Now let's talk about how to protect yourself and reduce your digital footprint. First thing first, think before you share. One important concept is to think before sharing anything about yourself. Do you really need to post that photo on social media? Do you need to answer that survey? And so on. Keep in mind that what you share online is almost permanent. While you might be able to delete it from some service providers, there's no guarantee that someone else hasn't copied your information and stored it elsewhere. Protect your privacy while browsing. When it comes to browsing the internet, browsers like Chrome, Edge, and Safari are the most commonly used. Most people search something on Google, though today ChatGPT is becoming a major tool as well, but all of those browsers collect data about your behavior and gather information about you. To enhance your privacy, you can use more private alternatives like DuckDuckGo for browsing and searching. You can also increase your privacy and anonymity by using VPNs, which essentially mask your IP. What is an IP? It's your address in the digital world, and it's how the internet identifies you. Additionally, you can limit the permissions that each app has by checking the privacy settings on your phone. Don't always just click accept when asked to accept cookies. Take a moment to review and manage them. In many situations, you also have the right to use a pseudonym or remain anonymous. Be cautious with your smart devices. Check what data they collect about you and how that information can be accessed. Your data is your identity. Protect it like you would your home. Before I wrap up, I want to encourage you to take action. Do something to protect yourself. Reduce your digital footprint and revisit what you share online. Share only what is needed. Check the privacy settings of your mobile applications and review what apps can access your locations, camera, and microphone. These may seem like small steps, but start with small actions. Thanks for watching this video. This is the first video I've created on the topic of privacy, and it serves as an overview. I will be sharing more detailed and technical videos on how to protect your privacy, so stay tuned to learn more. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with all my future contents on privacy protection. Your support helps me create more valuable content for you. Thanks for watching.